Hey guys, so this morning we want to talk about a sensitive subject that might be a bit triggering to some viewers. It's suicide awareness. You may have heard the reports that Mike was referring to. Former Miss USA Cheslie Kryst, or Cheslie Kryst rather, has died by apparent suicide. Now, New York City police are investigating her death after they say she jumped from her 9th-story apartment building in Manhattan. Kryst, of course, was crowned Miss USA in 2019. She was an attorney who sought to help reform Americans' justice system. She was also a correspondent. She was just 30 years old. Just hours before her death, she shared this post on Instagram with the caption, "May this day bring you rest and peace." Her death comes as a shock, certainly to her loved ones and fans, and really to all of us here. Mental health advocate Archie Messersmith-Bunting joins us now to talk about this. Thank you for joining us, Archie, on such short a notice. Let's just talk about it. What was your first reaction just to hearing this? I'm sure it was like many of ours.
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having me, and thanks for allowing this, like you said, sensitive but important topic to be had. So as someone who is a suicide attempt survivor, as someone who has been in that really dark place, and now on the other side, this is what I do, training and education around mental wellness and suicide prevention. But when I saw the post, it literally took my breath away, because it is someone that from the outside, we all think, oh, this person has it all. They have, they were Miss USA. Like, how could they possibly be hurting? And so it just reminded me yet again why this conversation is so important, because people are hurting so badly right now.
Well, I think, Archie, and thank you for that, and thank you for sharing your story here. Certainly, we share this sentiment with you in terms of the reaction to this. What should people do? I mean, I think that's the first thing we all try to, as we try to process this kind of happening. What can we do to help, to be of assistance?
Yeah. Well, actually, I want to lift up a post that you made earlier today, because I 100% agree with it. As someone who is, I'm the cheerleader in my friend group. I'm the one who's always up, who's always bubbly, who's always happy. People see me as a mental health expert and think, oh, that he could never be hurting. Okay, please hear me when I say that as a human that has a diagnosed mental illness, I've spent an entire lifetime learning how to hide what I'm feeling inside. So you're never going to know. We're never going to know what's really going on with people unless we ask. And so the simplest thing we can all start doing is actually asking the right question. Please stop saying, hey, how are you today? Like, please stop it. Instead say, how are you feeling today? That's the question that matters. And if you do say, hey, what's up? How you doing today? And somebody says, oh, I'm fine. At least say, are you really fine? Are you really okay? Like, let's start there. Let's start with actually changing the way we speak to each other so that people feel comfortable opening up and saying how they're really feeling.
And then on the other hand, Archie, for those who may be dealing with a mental health issue, maybe not diagnosed, or maybe just feeling some feelings of depression, or maybe even suicide. I heard Jennifer Lewis, she's an actress, and she's all about mental health. She talks about her bipolar disorder. She always said, you should feel your feelings. What do you agree with that? What does that mean? And what should people do if they're in a crisis like this?
100%. Well, my trademark is the feelings guy. So I talk about feelings all the time. So I 100% agree with that. There was a recent survey that was done that most men can only identify 3 feelings: happy, angry, sad. Okay, there's dozens of feelings, but especially I grew up in Alabama. So we're taught to like push them down. Don't. Feel your feelings, let them come out, and be okay talking about them. And so that's part number 1. Number 2, if either you're watching this, or you know someone, or you suspect someone might be in emotional distress or suicidal crisis, it's really important to let them talk. Please don't say things like, you know what, just sleep on it. I bet you'll feel better tomorrow. Please don't say things like, oh, you know what, it's all going to be okay. Let's get a meal. Okay, if I've been hurting for months and you tell me take a nap, then I'm going to be like, well, there's no hope, because I've taken a nap and I don't feel better. So let people know, and just let people talk. People don't need your opinion. They don't need you to fix them. They need you to sit there, be with them, present with them, and let them share. And then if you do need additional support, then obviously reach out to medical professionals to help in that way.
Yeah, and as we wrap up, we have the suicide prevention line and several other resources that are out there. What do you suggest as the first step very quickly for those who may be dealing with something like this?
Yeah, so let me
Just 1 second, Archie. I think we lost you. You guys want to go back to? Okay. All right, Archie. I'm sorry. Start over.
No, it's okay. It's live TV. If I would encourage all of you to reach out to your friends, make a social media post to let people know that they are not burdening you. We have to stop that lie that we're burdening someone. We're not. So let people know that they're not a burden to you. And if you do need help, please don't believe that lie. Please, please, please. You're not burdening anyone. Reach out to someone and say, hey, listen, I just need to talk some things out. Could you just listen? Like, set the conversation up for them, and then let the other person know that what they need to do is just be present for you.
All right, thank you very much, Archie. And we have the suicide awareness number there, of course, the 24/7 National Suicide Prevention Lifeline that they call it there. An important conversation that needs to be had much more. We appreciate you, Archie, for joining us. All right.
Thanks.
All right, not a mad.